Yeah, a lot of returning starters. On offense, I think they return everybody except their receiving core. They got to rebuild that, but the entire offensive line, running backs, quarterback, tight ends, defense, much the same. The corner position will be fairly new, but that's the first thing, when you start looking at them, is just about everybody is back. Defensively, odd front. They will mix in some even front, but they're mostly an odd front. Offensively, much like what we are and what everybody is, spread, high tempo spread offense, and so that's just kind of the generic scouting report. But we've been working on it, working against those looks now for a week and a half, so we feel like we're ready for that. You treat every opponent with respect, and we every year. It seems like just about every year you hear of a FCS team, getting an upset, pulling an upset. It's not that uncommon, and so you better be ready to play well and execute and do all those things. And really what we're concerned with this first game is us and making sure that we operate the way that we need to operate, and clean, efficient. Good tackling on defense, minimal penalties, take care of the football. All those things that we've been preaching all fall camp need to show up on Thursday night. Well, the first game is always important, and usually, the old adage, making your most improvement between game 1 and game 2, that's going to need to happen this year as well. But I thought we had a really good camp, and the guys that we plugged in, Isaac Asiata at right guard, J.J. Dielman at right tackle, really performed well, and they're playing against pretty good people. Our defensive line is pretty talented and pretty deep, so we had a chance to really give them some competition. The backs, with Booker, Bubba's back, but Booker and McCormick are brand new as far as playing time this year. Booker just joined the program in spring, and Troy redshirted last year. Tevin Carter has done a nice job at free safety. He wasn't available in spring. He was injured. He was with us, but not on the field. And so I think all those new guys have really fit in well, not only from a football standpoint, but from a team chemistry standpoint. And looking forward to watching them play. Well, there'll be a lot of them that play at least on special teams. Trevon Hobbs and let's see, Kenrick Young, Tavares Williams, Monte Seabrook. Let's see who else, and then in the recruiting class, Devontae Booker, Tim Patrick, the new guys. Timmy was a walk-on, but we just think that we've really helped ourselves. Marcus Williams, Andre Godfrey will play when he's able to. He's not going to be able this week, but we feel like we've got a really good group, and really, like I said, excited to watch them play. Yeah, I think first of all, tempo would be one of the operative words. We're certainly going to be snapping the ball more quickly than we have in years past. We've got to be more efficient in the throw game. The last few years, we have not come anywhere near the numbers that we need to throw in the football from just about every viewpoint: yards per game, completion percentage, touchdown to interception ratio. I mean, we've got to be much better in that regard. Well, defensive front, we're good shape. We don't really have anything to be concerned about as far as depth or health. Linebackers, losing those two linebackers in spring ball was big. That was a big blow to us, Jacoby Hale and Gianni Paul. Now we should get Gianni back in, before too long, the next couple games. But Jacoby's probably a mid-season return, and that was a position that was a little bit thin, anyways, as far as just sheer bodies. And so that's probably the biggest concern in the secondary. Losing Reggie Porter was the thing that really was unfortunate for him, for us, for everybody. But I think overall, if you look at the big picture, other than needing to stay healthy at linebacker because there's not a lot of depth there, I think we're in pretty good shape. Without a doubt. I mean, the way you operate, like I said earlier, we're more concerned with how we do things and what we're concerned about efficiency on offense, getting on the line of scrimmage, getting the ball snapped, throwing and catching, not dropping the football, not putting it on the ground, tackling on defense. And so there's a lot of things that you learn about your team regardless of who the opponent is. But like I said, we have, anybody that lines up against you, you have respect for them, and we have respect for Idaho State. And so even though the last few games against Big Sky has been a little bit lopsided, you got to go in with the mentality that you got to do what you do well. And it's our first chance to get a look at this. We're opening that present, I guess you could say, that of the 2014 team, and it's important that we do things in I guess clean is probably the word I'd use the most, clean, in a clean fashion, from a tackling standpoint, a ball security standpoint, a penalty standpoint, across the board. We want to be clean. Be right towards the top of the list. Yeah, that would be up there. Watching the guys, our proven commodities. Nate Orchard, watching him play. Jason Whittingham, Jared Norris, the two inside linebackers. Tevin Carter, he's excited to watch what he can do in a game situation. Seeing how the offensive line gels together, seeing how they what kind of efficiency they can bring to the table, and the running backs. I'm excited to watch Devontae Booker and Troy, see what they can do as well. So excited I can't see straight. How about that? It's time. It's been a while. Just watching the preseason NFL games kind of gets the juices flowing, and I can't wait. I'm just very eager to get the ball in the air at 5:32 on Thursday evening. That's when we're going to kick it off.